In this video, we're going over the new best controller settings to use here in Black Ops 7. If you're trying to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, you came to the right place. As you can see, I play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC with one paddle on the back, the short paddle set up for jumping. But these controller settings are going to work no matter what controller you're playing with, and also no matter what console or PC you are playing on. Now for the button layout, I recommend playing on tactical. Even though I have a controller with a paddle on the back, this is going to be the best button layout here in Black Ops 7, remapping your crouch as well as prone button so you can perform a drop shot or at least get behind cover by pressing down on the right thumbstick. This is going to be very important with the ambi movement we have here in Black Ops 7, so you can be a harder target to hit. You're going to win more gunfights and ultimately stay alive a lot longer, hit your highest streak or potentially a nuke. Give tactical a try. And by the way, if you don't have enough time to play and need weapon or rank leveling assistance, such as unlocking mastery camos like Singularity, MITCH CACTUS has you covered. It offers safe and legit services on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and they also deliver DLC codes like Monster Energy and Mueller Milk. MITCH CACTUS has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers, making them the go-to for things Call of Duty as well as Battlefield 6. Be sure to use my code EARS for 5% off and to check their current Black Friday sale to earn up to 60% off for a limited time only. Link is going to be at the top of the description. Now for the controller sensitivity settings, I recommend playing within the 1.4 to 1.75 sensitivity range. This is going to be perfect for both horizontal as well as vertical because we're going to have enough movement to turn on other players, but it's also not going to be fast enough that you're going to be missing shots at those medium to longer ranges. Anybody can take somebody out at close range. It's medium and long range that people fall short, they miss shots, and they lose gunfights that they should not be losing, and it's because they're running too high of a sensitivity setting. Because the aim assist has been reduced here in Black Ops 7, it's very important that you're hitting those chest as well as headshots, and that's going to be a lot easier to do playing within the 1.4 to 1.75 range. You're going to be able to get faster time to kills, hitting center mass, and obviously the head. So I highly recommend going ahead and making the switch if you have not already. This is going to go hand in hand with some other aim assist tweaks we are going to be making here in Black Ops 7. Now, everything else here is going to be the same. As far as vibration, I shut this off. I do not want to have any type of play in my controller that could potentially throw off my aim and accuracy at those longer ranges. This honestly is going to be a setting that you're going to shut off. Maybe you like vibration, but I feel like most people don't really care for it. Now, as far as the Deadzone settings go, this is what I am currently running. You can go ahead and copy these, but Deadzones are going to be specific to your own controller health. The best way to find out if you have stick drift is to literally go into the firing range, sit your controller down, and if your character starts to drift up, down, left, or right, you have to adjust the Deadzone to go ahead and compensate for the stick drift. Now, under the aiming tab, we are going to expand the sensitivity multipliers, and I highly recommend going ahead and adjusting the ADS sensitivity multiplier as well as the focus multiplier. You want to drop this from 1 from default to 0.7. This is going to allow you to have less stick play in your controller, especially if you are struggling with those medium to longer ranges. You're going to make this setting change and see an immediate improvement to your gameplay. So if you're finding yourself missing a lot of chest or headshots at longer ranges, make this switch. It's going to be like glue on the sticks, especially with some other settings we are going to adjust. Now, under the aiming advanced settings tab, we are going to be switching your ADS sensitivity transition timing to instant. You do not want to have any delay here in Black Ops 7. This is going to throw off your aim accuracy as well as gun skill. And you want to switch your aim response curve type to dynamic. Standard is what I recommended when the game first came out because they are going to be altering the aim assist, making it easier for controller players. It's time to really lock in, and dynamic is going to allow you to be a lot more accurate at those medium as well as longer ranges. I highly recommend going ahead and switching over to dynamic, because things are only going to get easier for controller players here in Black Ops 7. So if you want to be able to outgun players very easily and hit those chest and headshots, dynamic is going to make that a lot easier. Now, you want to keep the aim response curve slope scale set to 1.0. Everything else is going to be the same. Obviously, target aim assist is going to be turned on, and your motion sensor function behavior is going to be shut off. Under the movement settings, you can go ahead and have your sprint assist turned on. I personally like to keep it turned off. I want to have full control over what my player is doing, but that sprint assist delay is going to be set to 0. So again, there is no delay. Feel free to go ahead and turn this on. I personally just like to have it turned off, as well as the mantle assist, the crouch assist, as well as the corner slice. And for the wall jump assist, I actually have this sideways only. So if I do go ahead and use the advanced on the movement, it's going to be a little bit easier. But that's all I'm going to be going ahead and adjusting under the movement settings, just to make things a little bit easier. Now, you guys can see, again, my slide dive behavior. This is going to be on tap to slide. I like to go ahead and have control of my full player, but again, everything else here is going to be the same, or it's going to be turned off. So keep that in mind. Now, under the combat settings, the only thing that I've went ahead and changed is I do have the C4 detonation set to 1 by 1. So I can go ahead and have full control over the C4. I don't have to throw both at the same time. But again, everything else here is going to be the same. I've not made any other adjustments for the combat settings. Now, under the graphic settings, you want to tab over to view, and you want to adjust your FOV. I always recommend playing within that 100 to 120 FOV range. Not only are you going to be getting a bigger picture, so you can see what's going on the screen a little bit easier, but if you go ahead and couple this with the affected ADS field of view, you are going to be mirroring your iron sight or optic to your FOV, which is going to allow you to have less visual recoil and be a lot more accurate at those medium as well as longer ranges. All these settings are going to go hand in hand to help you win long range gunfights and control recoil. So if you find yourself losing a lot of gunfights, find yourself just unable to control recoil, I highly recommend going ahead and making this setting change. You're going to see a drastic improvement. This is going to be very, very helpful and fundamental on how you can fully understand how to use and abuse the aim assist here in Black Ops 7. Everything else here is going to be the same. What I do recommend going ahead and turning off is your world motion blur as well as weapon motion blur. This is going to give you an annoying haze on your screen, making it difficult to see people at long range as well as in dark corners. So have these shut off, and you do want to have your first person camera movement reduced to 50%. So if explosives go off next to you, your screen isn't going to shake nearly as much, and you're still going to be able to win those gunfights and understand what is going on. I have inverted flashbang turned off. I don't mind it here in Black Ops 7, and these are going to be the settings I recommend changing under the graphics tab. Now, for the audio settings, they don't call me ears for nothing. You definitely want to expand your master game volume. I have this set to 100. Not only is it going to be allowing you to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier, you're going to overall feel a little bit more immersed. Gameplay music volume, you can probably tell this is reduced down to 30. It sounds good, but it is a little bit overbearing. Now, what you also want to do is you want to go ahead and adjust your audio mix. I recommend playing on headphones bass boost. This is going to amplify footsteps and gunfire, so you can have an idea where people are at on the map without the use of a UAV. A massive W, if you have a headset you've bought within the last 10 years, you'll be good to go with headphones bass boost. Definitely something you want to go ahead and keep in mind when you are adjusting your audio settings. Everything else here is going to be the same. I've not made any other adjustments. For the voice chat, I play on push to talk. Obviously, making content, it would be ridiculous if I did not have push to talk. I'd be annoying the whole lobby, and I'm not really trying to go ahead and do that. And finally, as far as the interface settings go, I actually don't make any changes for global readability as well as gameplay HUD, but What you want to make sure is enabled is you want to go down for the gameplay HUD and you want to make sure that your crosshair dot and crosshair lines are turned on. Some players say that this is turned off or they don't see their crosshair dot or crosshair lines. This is very important so you can actually understand how to center and snap aim here in Black Ops 7, because wherever the crosshair lines and dot are, that's where your aim assist is going to lock in. So if you have enemies within the crosshair lines or on the dot and you aim down sight to snap, that's exactly where your aim assist is going to lock in. So make sure that you have these turned on. Again, some people say that they don't have the crosshair lines or dot visible and obviously have the crosshair color on white. So it is very, very easy to see and it's not going to be drowned out by anything on the map. These are going to be the absolute best controller settings to use here in Black Ops 7 if you want to make your controller overpowered. Now, again, make sure that you are playing within that 1.4 to 1.75 range and allowing yourself to be the most accurate player you can be. If this video does help you out and you end up frying, come back to this vid and let me know down in the comment section your best gameplay. And if you guys enjoy and want to stay up to date with any and all best settings, best class setups, tips and tricks, or any new updates that go live here in Black Ops 7, feel free to drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. Your boy Ears, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.